Greetings, friends and followers. This is the Joxua. I wanted to talk to you about something that happened to me recently. It's embarrassing knowing that you have psychological problems and having to explain to people why you are the way you are. So I thought when I stopped smoking marijuana that I would stop having episodes. I did not. And I had another episode and I might have lost my best friend. But that caused me to introspect as to why I reacted the way I did and why I react the way I do. So part of my trauma is being raised Jehovah's Witness by an emotionally abusive Jehovah's Witness family. Now, since the Obama administration and after I was disfellowshipped from the Jehovah's Witnesses, when I decided that it would never be about me or for my benefit, I started doing everything in the opposite of the way the Jehovah's Witnesses taught me to do it. I grew my hair out long. I wear crosses. I celebrate Christmas. I celebrate birthdays. And I realized it wasn't until I left the Jehovah's Witnesses that I realized that there was this feeling of constant pressure, being under judgment, constantly being exposed to shame, humiliation, pain, ostracism, every form of emotional abuse. And 3/4 of the way through Barack Obama's 2 years in office, I started feeling like I was a Jehovah's Witness again. And my best friend, Joel, that I might have lost as a best friend, I referred to the Jehovah's Witnesses as a brainwashing cult. And reflecting back on it, I realized that there's so many similarities between communism and the Jehovah's Witnesses. And I have recently come to the conclusion that Jehovah's Witness is essentially a communist religion. So Joel and me, we don't have the same politics. And I realized, I blame my parents and my family for not being there to be emotionally nurturing, to support me in my life, to do the things that I wanted to do. And because of that trauma, I project onto other people that I feel like are my family. I project onto them anger, resentment, frustration for being, it's like, how do you communicate to somebody that you're brainwashed? You are. You're brainwashed. You are a communist, and you don't even know that you're a communist. How do you communicate that to somebody? It's only been 5 minutes. How about that? So yeah, I realized in retrospect that my frustration is that you want to protect people that you love. And I don't know, these people that are calling us fascists for being proud Americans, for being rationally self-interested in America. It's like my resources do my will. Like, I earned my money. So if you want to give charity to Muslims and illegal immigrants and buy them health care, do it with your own money. Don't do it with my money. Okay? Because those people aren't your friends, and they might pay lip service to you. They might act like they're okay with you until you start calling them on their shaisa. And then they're going to turn on you like that. Like that. That's why my other video says government should be run like a business and not like a charity. That's why I sent that image to Donald Trump in 2019 that said audit, audit, audit. Audit FISA, audit the DOJ, find out where all the money's coming from and where all the money's going and who's sending it and who's getting it. My friend Joel brainwashed himself so that he can be happy. And some people can be happy being brainwashed, being in a brainwashing cult. I couldn't. I have like a 1% of the population where my brain rejects hypnotism and brainwashing. I start having feelings of subconscious anger. And I feel like there's going to be things that happen in the future. I have pattern recognition, insane pattern recognition. And it looks to me like, I said years ago, we're moving towards an extinction level event, civil war, world war, or all three things happening at the same time. And that's where I'm at again. I look at the stuff that Donald Trump is doing, and he knows that the global communists planned a civil war, and they were stacking the deck in their favors. Donald Trump is unstacking that deck. The global communists are still going to try to start a civil war. They don't have a choice. But funny thing is, we might find ourselves fighting the global communists on the side of the Chinese and the Russians.